chemical testing kit. It's going to be sitting on this shelf or this shelf. You'll see it. This is what you use to test the pool chemicals 3 times a day. So I'm going to just take this out here so we can, let's take it outside actually. So the main thing to remember about this is there are instructions. So if you ever forget anything, this tells you how to do all the testing, but we'll go through it together. So the first thing you have to do is fill up this empty bottle with water from the pool, and we'll use that to test. Just fill it up. And then this testing kit has different tubes. So the first thing you do is you just take one and you fill it with this pool water up to that line. And you put it in here and you turn it on. There's only one button. So you turn the thing on. This 5.01 is just a system. Blank means you have to put one just blank pool water in there and you push this button and it calibrates the water basically. So when it's done, it will say FCL. That stands for free chlorine. And we're going to test the chlorine. The first thing you do is take this free chlorine 1A and you put 5 drops. And then you take the free chlorine 1B, 5 drops. And you put a lid on it. And you have to take it out and turn it upside down a little bit. And then once you're ready to test the free chlorine level, you push this button and we'll write it down. This is our pool log sheet for May. Hi honey. We are, what's the date?
It's the 19th.
19th. So 3.76. The next thing, so when you're done with that, you can take this out, just leave it there. We're gonna, oh, I'm sorry. The next thing after the disinfectant ppm, which is the free chlorine, then you have to test the combined chlorine. And all you do is you take this same tube and you put DPD3, that says total chlorine, that's what we're testing for, and you put 5 drops of this in here. And then again, you have to shake it a little bit. So you put the lid on and then you just turn it upside down. And so here's total chlorine, and you push the button, 3.9.
So first, when it gives you the letters, that's telling you the test is about to run.
Yeah.
And then you hit the button and it runs the test.
Yes, that's right. Hi, honey. So we're done with that one. Now the next thing, so we'll push this button. Bromine we don't have at this pool. Some pools that do not use chlorine use bromine. We don't have that system, so we're just going to skip it. We're going to push the button and we're going to go to pH. So we have to have a new tube of water. We can take this, fill it up to the line, put it in here, and you do 5 drops of pH drops. Then you put the lid and you have to turn this upside down a couple times. When you're ready to test, you push the button, 7.4. And you can see on this sheet, it tells you the range you have to have for pH. So we're perfect at 7.4, right where we want to be. So when we're done with pH, we push it again. It'll tell us next we're testing alkalinity. So we take another tube, fill it up. He's down here. And then we do other barbecue pizza's done, honey. 5 drops of the alkalinity. And then we get a lid. Turn it upside down. And now when we're ready to test, we're at 111. So you can see the alkalinity range is 60 to 160, and we're at 111, which is perfect.
What if it's at 65
65.
or 150 or 165?
So if it's at 165 or higher, then you would send me a text message, and you would say, "Hey, I tested the alkalinity. It's 165 above range." And then I would either, if I was out of town, I would tell you how to fix it, or I would, if I were around, I would just come down and fix it.
So now this is one of the weekly tests.
Yes, this is one of the weekly tests. So you probably don't have to do this, but I actually like to test these things every day.
Okay.
So when I'm keeping these sheets, I'm gonna test the alkalinity every day, just to make sure. So yeah, and then the next
Chemist.
I think it's pretty fun. The cyanuric acid, I'll just show you how to do it, just in case. But again, this is, like you're saying, this is a weekly test that you probably won't have to do. But the cyanuric acid tests use these tabs, and you put a tab in there, and you take this and you have to crush it. And then you put the lid on it, you turn it upside down 3 times, and you have to timer for 2 minutes. So I'm gonna set my timer for 2 minutes.
I know who's going to be the perfect person to do this job when they're in high school and make good money.
Yeah.
This little device is so cool.
It is.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember doing the ones that, you were supposed to see the color
Yeah.
and match it up to the chart.
Yeah. This is great.
Yeah.
The other thing, when you're doing this test, these are to test for calcium hardness, and that is not on here. So you will skip over that. You don't need to do that. I will test that and take care of that. So anyway, once the 2 minutes is up, you'll push the button, and it'll tell how much cyanuric acid is in the water. And that's how you do the chemical testing. The other thing, one more thing, you'll see the flow GPM on here. Flow GPM is how fast the water is flowing through the pump. So the way you read that is in the pool room. Let me show you where you read it.
I'm not a professional videographer. That is quite clear to me.
This is really good though.
Yeah.
It's
I'll need this
you don't
for
have.
my memory and anyone not here.
So this is the flow reader, and you will read the GPM right here. You can see that it's at 80, and that's as high as it goes for our pool pump right now. So you'll just come in and see what the level is and write that